coming and allowing me to talk to you. I'd like to start off by telling you all kinds of things about me and what I like to do, so be sure to take notes. At the end of this month, I'll be celebrating my 10th birthday one day before going into the 5th grade, where I am an honors student. I really like school, and some of my favorite things there are art, choir, and going to the library. I'm an older brother named Seth, who basically doesn't talk. And I have a younger brother named Zane, who has a milder form of autism called Asperger's syndrome, who actually talks quite a bit. But that's okay, because he talks about pretty interesting things. Well, most of the time anyway. We have 3 pets and 3 dogs too, so we've got a busy house. I like to cook, go 4-wheeling in our Hummer, read, swim in our pool, and spend time at my granny's house. I began martial arts with Zane in February, and last week we had our 3rd belt promotion. So we're doing very well, and it's great physical therapy for me. He's trying to keep busy, and this year I seen the Disney Phineas and Ferb live show. We went to Jump Street to jump on trampolines. We went to the Dallas Museum of Art for Autism Awareness Family Day. We headed to Fair Park for the DFW Family Expo, followed by the Cowboy Stadium the same day for my first monster truck show. How we supported kids by enjoying pancakes at the IHOP Pancake Day. Enjoyed the Plano Symphony. Had a late fun night at the American Airlines Center for a Stars hockey game. Went on an interesting trip to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing in Fort Worth to see where money is made. Ice skating at the Star Center. A day trip to the Studio Movie Grill for the special movie screenings for special needs families. And an unbelievable trip to the House of Blues to see musician Hunter Hayes perform. I even got to meet him before the show, and he signed a poster for me, which was great. I saw my first pro soccer game in Frisco, where I saw FC Dallas play, and we went to Wichita Falls to walk with other family members in an autism awareness fundraising walk. A few weeks ago, I got to throw out the first pitch at a Frisco Rough Riders game, which was amazing. It allowed me to bring attention to Dairy King's Miracle Treat Day to help encourage more people to go, which I was hoping to do since the funds raised that day are for Children's Miracle Network Hospital. All right, now you all know me really well, right? I hope you took good notes because this is the test portion of the morning. I'm just kidding. Okay, now I'll be serious and back up a bit and tell you about my medical situation, which may give you a better idea of how significant my ability to do all those things really is. In June of 2009, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor about the size of a bouncy ball in the very middle of my head. Mine was found to be a grade 2 astrocytoma, and it was growing up from the top of my brainstem. I had my first surgery a few days after diagnosis, and when I was released from the hospital, I was sent home to bed to rest while the medical team decided on the best way to help me. It was decided that my tumor was too big for chemotherapy alone, so I was put on the surgery calendar. I have to say, now it's a long 6 weeks waiting for the big day. Finally, surgery day arrived. Mom, Dad, and I were all smiles and smiling the pre-op very early that morning at office. My IV was started, and at some point I was given happy juice so that I could relax. I was as ready as a 6-year-old can be for the surgery, but the moment that bed gets moved and it's time, it really hits you what is coming. That goodbye with my parents in the hallway was the one time I cried since my diagnosis. More than 8 hours later, my parents saw me in the recovery room, but I anesthesiologist actually took one frontless tooth with each surgery. So I had a gap tooth for a while, but I'm told it was rather cute. When I was finally moved to a room on the neuro floor, I was surprised how hard it was to walk, talk, move, and even to eat. So I needed some help with all that. I think the thing I really disliked was the required breathing exercises, but Mom kept me at it anyway. On a side note, I really learned that I like the cheese omelet from the hospital menu, and when I found out I could order them for every meal, I pretty much did. I've been doing pretty well considering what I was faced with. Mine is a slow-growing type of tumor. The doctors decided just to watch what was left with regular MRIs rather than starting chemotherapy. I reached my 3-year post-surgery milestone of Monday this week, and the good news is the tumor has remained stable. So now I only have to get the MRI once a year. For months after my surgery, I had short-term memory problems, but that has improved by a whole lot. I still have muscle weakness on the right side of my body, and because of that, my head tilts to the right, and my focusing muscles in my right eye stop doing their job. My vision went from 20/30 in that eye to 2320 before it was caught. Now I wear a patch over my stronger eye and 4 hours a day to force the weaker one to work harder. And my vision has actually improved. I'm right-handed, so with the weakness on that side in my vision, it can make writing a bit difficult sometimes, but I can still manage. I tire more easily than my brother, and my overall growth began slowing down as the tumor got big enough to cause trouble. So I am being followed by an endocrinologist who is watching my growth curve. Throughout the year, there are several other specialists I see as well, but I've been lucky. I've been through a lot, but there are so many children going through way more than I ever did. It is important that we help those kids too. That's where Children's Miracle Network Hospital and all of us come in. They know that you've heard my story and seen how Children's Hospitals truly help kids like me. You'll think of me and be more inspired in what you already do for CMNH. It is not a notion of a faithful child you can maybe help. It is me that you will be helping. I am so honored to have been chosen as the Children's Miracle Network Hospital champion for the state of Texas this year. It's exciting to know that my voice will be heard by many more people who can be motivated to donate time, brain power, manpower, and funds to CMNH on behalf of all those special kids. Your organizations have already made that happen, and I am so proud to partner with folks like you. What I'd like to leave with you is something that happened down in the lobby of Children's Medical Center of Dallas almost 3 years ago when I was discharged after the big surgery that my mom holds close to her heart. I was in a little red wagon waiting with her for my dad to bring the car around to take me home. I was watching the train, but I was also watching the kids coming in with their parents. I said to my mom, when I grow up, I want to be a doctor in a hospital like this to help kids like me. But I have realized since then that I don't have to wait until I grow up to help those kids. Helping is something I can do right now, and I am fortunate to have had the chance to do that with all of you here today. From one champion to another, thank you for all that you do for Children's Miracle Network